Hey friends, thank you for joining. This is Just a Little Homestead. My name is Wilma if you're new here. I'm glad you're here. Today is Potato Day, so we are going to be cutting the remaining 5 varieties of potatoes that we have. 2 of them from the Homestead bundle that I got from Haas, and then the other 3, they were 2.5 pounds each from the subscription, the what was it called? Gardening subscription, gardening club box. I cannot even think about that word. Gardening club box from Haas. I got 3 different varieties from that. So we are going to cut those 3 plus the 2 remaining because it's been about a month and a half already. It is time to cut. I'm probably a little late. I've been waiting for them to sprout all around the potatoes, and instead they only sprouted on one side. They didn't really sprout on the entire thing. That's what I was waiting for them to kind of do what the red Norland. I always say that name wrong. Kind of waiting for them to do what that potato did, but these didn't do that. So I'm just gonna cut them because some of those sprouts are like long. So I'm overdue. So I need to get that done. So let's go ahead and start cutting. Okay, I hope I didn't wait too long to cut these things. Look at that. Look at this. I waited only because they were only growing on one side, so I was giving them a chance to grow. Look at that. One little thing. There's nothing, absolutely nothing on the other side. I was giving it a chance to actually sprout everywhere, and they did not. They sprouted on one side. Every single one, literally. Nothing there. It's all right there. So I thought I was doing the right thing by waiting, but look, there's nothing, nothing at all until you get to this side, which is insane. And now they look like little monsters. Look at that. This one too. Only on one side. I don't know why that happened. I thought they were supposed to sprout little eyes everywhere. And so I was waiting. The red ones, I swear those took off. Those really sprouted. And most of them on multiple sides. Look at that. I know this was a small one, but I don't need this whole thing if it's only one little eye on one side. So I'm going to let it heal over and see if it magically pops out an eye. I doubt it. And these, see, I'm back to my dilemmas here. I'm just going to cut it in half and then maybe I'll cut this in another half. We'll see. Because there's no more eyes. This whole tomato, I mean, not tomato, this whole potato is just one side. Oh, I need to really sharpen this knife. Let me grab another one. I guess maybe I should chop on the cutting board as well. So I grab that and another knife. Hopefully this one works better. Okay, I am going to, I might regret this, but I'm going to half this. Why not? So I have 1, 2 here and 1 here. Let's see how this works out. This only has it on half again. So what am I supposed to do with this? There is absolutely nothing. Put that to the side. Okay, so do I cut this again? Do I just leave it like that? Because this is so close together. Look at that. There is no way for me to cut that. I have a little bitty eye here and another one there. But this is pretty much connected, so I can't cut into that. So I'm gonna have to leave that like that. And this is a tiny little papa here. There's one, two, a very tiny one here. Should I cut this in half or leave this like this? Because this little potato feels like it's gonna start getting soggy. Maybe I should just, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I should cut it in half and let it heal over or just leave this like this. I just don't want it to get soggy. It's getting soft. I'm gonna cut it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna be a daredevil today. See, the inside doesn't feel soft. So maybe when it heals over, it'll be better. And this little other half has nothing on it. Feels like a little waste there. This one, again, is all on one side and nothing on this side. Look at that. So this one, when I plant it, I'm supposed to plant it down with this facing down, but this is all supposed to be going up. So is it going to start curving to go up if I plant it like that? See, this stuff confuses me. And these are, which ones are these? Yukon Gold. I think the other one that we got with this Homestead pack was the Kennebec. So we'll have to see what that one looks like next. I'm just going to cut this in half. Nothing on that side. Guess I can make some potatoes tonight. Use that so they don't go to waste. There's no more ice sprouting. Look at this. Just that. And a whole other half with absolutely nothing. Does this happen to everybody? Do y'all have the same issue whenever you're doing this? What do they call this? I'm going to say it absolutely wrong. I always say it wrong. It's CHIT. Shitting? Chitting? Not SHIT, but CHIT. Chitting. I just saw a video where Greg from Hall says he likes to chit on a bucket in a barn in the barn. I thought that was funny. I am chitting at the table in my kitchen. So that's a new spot. He does it in the barn. I do it at the table in the kitchen. I'm going to cut this in half. Now I have two from this potato, and there's nothing else on this potato. Nothing. Okay, so far, all these have nothing. I think I have a couple left. Another one. This whole bundle is just right there. And nothing on the other side. This is insane. Another one. I can't tell if that's starting to become a little eye. If I should cut past that just in case, or just not worry about it. I don't know. I guess that's the only one that I really need to worry about. And this one will be planted like that. And nothing over here. Oh my god, all these potatoes with nothing. Absolutely nothing on it. Look at this one. Once again, all on one side. This one has a little bitty thing. I don't know if you see that. Very tiny. I wonder if I should see if that works, if that grows. Okay, this one has 3. I might be able to cut it here once I cut it in half because the other side has nothing. So let's see if we can get this done. Okay, so one cut, it's half. This one doesn't have anything. This one, I might be able to cut it down the middle. Let's see if this works. At least I'll get 2 out of this one potato. Look at that. 2 out of 1. It's better than nothing. Okay, so all we have are these 2 left. So it didn't really end up being a lot because there's not that many on each one. This one is huge. That's so funny. And nothing over here. I should just plant this whole thing. It's not soft, or it's not getting soft the way the other one was. So maybe I should. Okay. So this is what we have. We put these over here so you can see. This is the Yukon Gold. Right here. So this is all the Yukon Gold, and everything here, this way, is all the stuff that has no sprouts. That's quite a bit. All right, let me put these back in the box so they can start healing. And grab the Kennebec. All right, this next variety is the Kennebec. Well, these did a little bit better than the Yukon Gold. Look at this one. This is what I was expecting on all of them. Look at how many are there. I should be able to get like 3 out of here. Look at this. This is what I have been waiting for. This is what I thought I needed to wait for. But apparently, one of the videos that I was watching earlier, all I needed to do was wait for something like this to pop up. You see that? Something like this. And I could have cut it. I thought I had to wait for something huge, and I did not. Well, I never claimed to know it all. I do not know anything about this. This is my first time doing this. But next year, I will know. I just need to see a little bitty eye, and I can cut. Or chit. I can chit them. I know I'm saying that wrong. I know I am. I want to say it with an SH, and it's not with the SH. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this in half only because this one is getting a little soft, and I don't want it to be really soft. So maybe if it heals over, it'll be more firm. See, the inside's not soft. So we got 1 here. This one also only has 1 on this side. So we'll just do what we were doing to the Yukon Gold and just cut it in half. And then all the ones that have nothing on the side, I'll just move to the side and make some papas tonight. Nothing will go to waste. This one I'm going to cut in half also. That little one. All right, so this one, you see, look, it has the little eye there. It has the ones here in the front and another little one here. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna cut this. The bottom part has nothing. this has nothing, so I'm just going to cut that off. And now this part, I don't know if I should just go straight down, and then I'll end up with two here and here. Okay, this might be a mistake, but I'm going to try this. I'm going to live on the edge, and I'm going to see what happens if I can make this work. Look at that. So I have two on this one right there and there. And then here I have this big daddy one there and this little eye right there. So hopefully that works there. I got two. Okay, this one I'm going to cut in half also. At least I'm not as nervous to cut these as I was the first time around. I was so scared to cut that red Norland. I did not want to mess these up. Look at that. It looks like a little bull. You see it? The horns of a bull. Or a little person with hands. Depends on how you look at it. Okay, so how shall I cut this? I'm going to cut this in half. That way I end up with these and this one on one side and then those on the other. Let's just cut it down the middle. Okay, so now I have these two little ones in the back plus that. And then this one has the two little ones plus the big one. All right, so that was a pretty good cut. This one only has one. Maybe this one's a second one. So I'm going to just cut this down the middle. And nothing on this side. All right, let me do this one, get it out from close to me. This one only has these two on the side. So I just have to cut this one down in half. And there's nothing on this one. Same thing with this. There's just that little cluster. So we'll just go down and cut. Nothing on this side. You get this out of the way. This one also, nothing, absolutely nothing on this end. They're all right there. So just cut down the middle. Nothing here. And I think I'm going to leave this alone. And then I could cut here and see if this little one will grow one. And I guess I could. It's going to be one little single one by itself. I don't know. Should I try it? I guess it's not going to hurt. This one will still grow if nothing else. All right, let's see. Look at that. So I have one little baby one, and then these two. These are too close together. I don't want to mess with that. Okay, this one's far enough apart that I should be able to cut that. See that? Okay, so if I cut, how do I do this? Cut it like this. Cut it down the middle. I don't know. Okay, let me cut it this way first. Okay, there goes that one. That should grow. And then this one, I'm going to cut down this way. Because I don't need this whole potato in there. There you go. Look at that. And nothing here. I am getting kind of good at this. I'm not really as scared as I was. All right. And nothing here. Then we have a couple more. Okay, this one has quite a few little bitty ones. How shall I cut this? Hmm. Should I go down? This one's interesting. This one has a little eye here. Okay. It's not that I'm scared to cut this one, I just don't know how exactly to do it. Should I attempt to get 3 out of this? Or stop being greedy and just cut it to where I have 2 pieces out of this? That's the question. Okay. Okay, so first I'm gonna cut. Is this one also? Gonna cut straight down. Okay. So let's do this one. I'm gonna cut this in half. Okay, so this one will have these 2. That one plus the tiny one. And then on this side, there is 1, 2, 3 here. So I think I'm going to cut this in half to where all 3 of these stay together. And that's it, because the other side has nothing. And look at that, I have a third with 3 little babies. 1, 2, 3. That might work. This one, I mean, it has something tiny. I don't know if that's going to grow. Guess we'll see. All right, so this one has a lot. Okay. So now we're getting into some scary territory here for me. Yes, I am scared to cut this one. Where do I cut it? Hmm. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on that one. Let's do the last little ones here. So this one, I'm cutting here. 1. And this one has another, so I'm gonna cut it down this way. So I have 1, and then this one doesn't have. I don't know if this counts. Look at that. Look at that little bitty thing right there. Does that even count? Should I attempt to grow that? Is it gonna grow, or is that it? I don't know. Look, another one. At least it's most of it's on. I have 1 here, but most of it's on this side. Okay. So what I can do, I can cut this there. Okay, I'm getting greedy. I know I am. I already know. You don't have to tell me. Look at that. Looks like a Viking helmet. That's cute. Okay, so there's 1. And this one here. Where shall I cut this? If I cut down here, look at that. If I cut here, I'll end up with this big one on this side and these 3 on this side. Or I can do this. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, don't mess up. All right, look at that. So I have 2 and 2. Not bad. And what else do we have? Okay, we have this one plus this other one that I am scared to cut that one. I am. This one should be easy. It's just that. So I'm gonna cut half of it off. There's nothing here. And then this one I'm gonna cut in half. And we'll have a big one on each side. So 1 and 2. This one is like a little cluster. All right, now time to face my fears. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the little butt off because there's nothing back here. Oh my god. Okay. Trying to think of the best way to do this. So if I cut it straight down here, oh my god. Okay. How do I do this? Why is this so hard? Because I want to save all of them. Maybe I shouldn't be thinking that way. If I cut here, then I'll have 3. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just do it. Oh my god, please don't mess up. Please don't mess up. Okay, what did I do? Look at that. Okay, that worked. So I have 3, 2 singles, and a little cluster. Okay, so that one. And then this one, I should be able to get another 2 cuts. So I have 2 on each one. Let's see, should I do it sideways? So that's together, and then these are together. I think I'm gonna do that. Okay. Let me just be careful. This is not the time that I want to mess up. Okay, so I have that. And then I have this that I'm going to cut in half. This, I don't need this whole area, so I'm gonna cut that also. And this one, I'm gonna cut in half. I don't need that. I'm gonna save this only because it has this little thing right there too. See that? So I have 3 here. And this one, I have the 2. I don't know if this counts. I have a little bitty thing here on the butt part of it. Do you see that? Should I leave that alone? And just plant it like that? I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna let that heal over. Okay. Not as bad as I thought. I got a little bit more brave here with this one. Let me show you what we got. Look at all these from the Kennebec. That is a lot. And these are all the ones right here. This little section. All this in this corner plus that one that I don't need. All right. Yay. Okay, this is done. All right, it looks like I'm just going to cut all of them today. The next 3, this is the first of 3 that we got with the gardening club, the Hoss Gardening Club, that subscription box that we opened up. This is the Irish Cobbler. Now, this was only 2.5 pounds, so it's not as much as the other 2 that we've been cutting. So you see here, this is all it is. So the other ones, I think the red, I think it's called the Viking. I think that one has like 3 or 4 because one of the potatoes were huge. So that took up all the weight. And this one only has it on one side. So I'm just gonna cut this in half. I might be able to get these into 2 grow bags depending on, look at that. depending on how many I get out of here. Look, it already has little roots coming out of those. That looks so cool. Okay, so there's one little thing in the back, so I'm probably gonna cut it there. Okay, so there's that. This doesn't have anything. I'm just gonna add these to the other papas. I'm just gonna make some mashed potatoes tonight for dinner. How do I cut that? I'm just gonna cut it straight down. Well, how would I do that? Can I put it in there like that? Or once I cut it, I just have to cut it again? I'm just getting way too brave for this. I shouldn't be doing these. Oh my god. Okay. No going back now. Okay, so this one has two big ones and the little one. And then this one has that and that one. So I think I'm gonna cut this way. Where is this? Right here? There's nothing on that. All right. This one's getting soft. I kind of want to just plant this like this because it's so tiny, but I don't want it to get soggy. I kind of want it to heal and get hard on this area because as a whole, it's starting to get kind of soft. Okay, this one has a couple little ones and two big ones. So if I just go straight down the middle, let's see. Just gonna go. I don't need to save all these little eyes. I don't need to. And that's what I keep trying to do. And I don't need to save every single one. I'm just gonna do it in half. I still saved two of them. So I'll just plant it like that. And this one has that little one. I didn't cut it. Okay, good. And that one. This one only has it on half. Just cut this down. Nothing here. That goes with the rest of them. And then this one, I'm going to cut it down this way. Okay, so I have 2, 3, and this one has one little one there, 2, 3. So each of them have 3. We only have 3 more to go. What was this one? Nothing. Okay. Just cut the end. There's nothing there that I need to save. Okay. Nothing on that one. And I'm just gonna keep these two little ones together. So these two little ones will stay together. That will stay like that. Okay, so on this one, I'm gonna cut half of it that doesn't have anything on here. Straight down. This one had a little bitty one here, but I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm just not. Because So I have a lot of papas that I have to plant, and I need them all to heal over quickly. So I'm just gonna go straight down. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tiny ones. If that counts, maybe 1, 2. That's good enough. Oh my God. Okay, look at that. This has a lot. Look at that. Of course, the last one is going to make me think, how do I cut you? Okay. Of course. Oh my God. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm going to cut this way. Oh, good Lord. Okay, how do I do this? Should I just go straight down half? Can I do that? If I cut here, they'll have 2, and then I can cut down that way. Oh my God. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Trying to keep these together. There's nothing on the back side. Oh, don't mess up. Okay. 2 right there. And then I'm going to cut this like that. And they can stay together and they can stay together. 1, 2, 3. And this will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Should I do that? I'm overthinking it. Let me just cut it down. There we go. You can stay with his little friends there. And there's 2. Okay, not bad. It's not that many. Look at that. Not bad at all. And this was Irish cobbler. All right, let me grab the next one. Okay, next in line is the Viking, which is the red variety that we had with the gardening club subscription box. So there was actually 5, not 4, but this one's a baby. I think I'm gonna leave that alone. It doesn't feel as soft, so I think I'm gonna leave that alone. And look at this one. This one took up the entire 2.5 pounds. Look, that is huge. Okay, so all of these, wow, they really grew. Look at that. I don't know where to cut these because there are some everywhere. Okay, I should just cut down this way. I think I'm gonna do that. Just gonna cut like that. Hopefully I don't mess with this here, but if I do, it's okay. Or should I just go this way? Maybe I should just go down. I'm so scared to cut this one. This one looks like it's gonna pop off right there if I tug on this too hard. Okay, I'm gonna go straight down. Carefully. Okay, look at that. I can probably cut this again and have 2 and 1. All right, Wilma, don't get greedy here. But look at that. It worked. This one is a Viking. This does look like a little Viking helmet. Look at that. True to its name. All right, now these I'm gonna just cut in half. Probably right here where this little slit is that they gave me. Perfect. Look, it gave me a slit to do that with. And then I can just plant it like that. Look at that. Wasn't as hard as I thought. I'm going to do that Big Daddy one last. This one really only has it here in this area. So I'm going to cut that in half. And probably just plant like that. See, look, this is what I was talking about in the other one. The cut's here, so I have to put it down like this. This is on the side, but it's already starting to go up. So that's making it so easy. And this, there's really nothing there. It has that little bitty eye, but I'm not going to worry about that. So these here are done on this side. 2 to go. I think everything's on this one side. There's a couple little things here, but I don't know if I should worry about those. I'm gonna go straight down. Okay, got a little baby one there. There's one inside that and this one. And then here, I don't want to mess with that. Look at that. That's way too close. Maybe I should just plant it like that. What do you think? Maybe I'll cut some of this butt right here that I really don't need. Oh, I hear my baby. He woke up. Hi, handsome boy. One more. Hi, baby. He woke up. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna cut this in half. I think I am just gonna cut this straight down. So I can stop worrying about this. Okay, just gonna go for it. Okay, I missed it. Yes. Okay, that one too. So now let me do this one first. Figure out where to cut this. All right, so I can just cut this straight down. I'll have these 3 little clusters here and this on this side. All right, let's do that. Look at that. Perfect. Put you here. And then this one, just leave it like that. It's kind of fat. I wonder if I should cut this more, but I'm going to leave it alone. And now this one. Okay. I go straight down. Can I do that? Okay. Here goes nothing. Oh my God. Okay. Look at that. Okay, so that makes it easier. I can see it in half, so I can cut it. So this one, I could just go straight down. Look at that. 3. Well, the third one's tiny, but still 3. 1, 2. Another little cluster, so that's 3. And then this one, how do I do this? I can just go straight down. I'm going to do that. Okay. So I have 2 here. And this one has quite a bit, but I'm going to leave it alone. I can probably cut here, but I'm not going to be greedy. Or should I be greedy? Should I cut this? Look at that. That's a lot. I don't know. Should I have these also? You see, now I'm just getting greedy. Now I am. Shouldn't have done that. It's like I shouldn't do what I'm about to do, but I'm gonna do it. Only because I didn't get a lot of these. Oh my god, I did. So maybe I should cut this one too then. I was gonna leave it alone, but look at me. Whoa. See, that would have been an accident right there. I'm gonna cut this in half. It was kind of big. So I have that one. And if those want to grow while it's healing, fine. If not, then I'll just leave it alone. What was this one? Nothing. All right. We're all done. Look at that. Not bad. Last one. Let me grab it. All right. We're on the last one from our gardening club box, German butterball. Last one. Excuse me. And this one also doesn't have a lot because it was 2.5 pounds. It has quite a bit more than the red one we just did, but let's see here. I want to save that little baby there, but I really don't need to. Should I just plant this like this? It doesn't feel really soft, so maybe. This one I can just cut in half because they are literally all on one side. I think I'm starting to get a cold with this weather. All on one side. So we will just chop. We are going to have a lot of mashed potatoes tonight. I'm going to show you all the ones that I have left that we couldn't do anything with. And I'm assuming that I can cook them and eat them. It'd be such a waste if I can't. Straight down the middle. Look at that. 2 of them. This one only has 1. It's tiny, but I'm going to cook half of that. All of it on one side. So once again, save in half. I'm very tempted to cut this. I'm very tempted to do it. Just don't know if I should. Because that'd just be 1. And everything is so close here. Okay, look at that. I need to stop risking it. That is so close to the edge. I need to stop doing that. Guess because it's only 2.5 pounds, I'm trying to get so much out of it, and I don't need to do that. There's nothing there. I'm leaving that alone. Look at that. This one, I can get 2 out of this one. There's nothing here, so I'm gonna cut this like this. You're definitely starting to get a cold. There's nothing on that. Two. Okay, this one. How do I do this? If I just go straight down. Okay, I'm not sure. Let me do this one. This one's gonna have 3 and 2. Okay, so 3 on this side. And I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna make it into 2. And then this one, I'm just gonna cut straight down. Save this side. And plant this. All right, last. Oh, that's not the last one. Look, there's this one. There's nothing on the sides, so that makes it easy. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this way. Nothing here. And then this one, I'm gonna go half. But what half? Like this or like this? Like this. And now they both have two. Okay, last one. This one just has me stumped. I don't know what to do. Okay, let me cut the edge. Because there's nothing here on the butt, so I'm gonna cut this off. Maybe it'll make it easier for me to look. So I can cut this. See, that did make it easier for me. Now this one has 1, 2, 3. And then this one has, it has this little cluster here, 1, 2, 3, and then these two. And I kind of want to do that. Okay, so I'll end up with that one and this one on this, and then this little bundle here. And we're done. This was a lot faster. I think I got used to cutting these things already. And this one, I'm gonna leave alone. All right, so this is German butterball. Put these in the box. Look at all this. This is the leftover potatoes from all, how many were there? 3, 4, 5 varieties that we cut. That's a lot. So I definitely have to make some mashed potatoes tonight because I am not letting that go to waste. Okay, potato day is officially over. And if you saw my first time making bread video, then you know that I did the potatoes at the same time that I was making the bread. While the bread was rising and doing what it needed to do, I was chopping up potatoes. So 2 videos today, but I had to get everything done. The potatoes had to be done today, and then I wanted to make a bread at the same time. So 2 videos done today. I'm tired. It's time to call it a day. So please enjoy both of those videos. I'm going to be putting this one out probably in the next couple days, and then the potato shortly after that. So thank you again for joining me today, and please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.